It is hard to believe how long it has been since we've been able to have an upper school performance in this theater. It's hard to believe how many people tonight have said to me, I've never been in this theater. It's great to think that we're doing this now and that we're coming to a place where we can come back together as a community. And that feels so much like what we want here at Greenvale. So thank you so much for coming tonight, and thank you for your dedication to your children through all of the experience of going through this play, getting up to this moment. I can tell you that these kids are so excited to be able to perform for you. And to me, that is the quintessential aspect of what it means to be here at Greenvale. They are taking the time to prepare, they're working together, they're taking risks, they're supporting each other, and finally, they're performing. And ultimately, that experience is something that they'll hold on to for the rest of their lives, and it is something that we're so glad to give them, and they're so glad to give you. I'm going to introduce Bruce, who is our theater specialist who's helping us out, who's going to say a few things before the show.
Thank you so much. Well, I don't know when it was, but it was when COVID started. We had built this big set, and we'd done all this exciting stuff, and we'd been working. And we were 2 days away from opening when the world shut down. And it was so disappointing and heartbreaking. And finally, we're back today, and I'm seeing everyone's faces, and it's just a beautiful thing, and it's really great. And we talk with the kids to be optimistic and that things are getting better, and it's just been a positive experience for us moving forward and seeing their faces. And we worked in masks for a while, but as things are getting better, we've been able to express ourselves and get back to normal. And I say tonight is a representation of that we're making progress and moving forward. And so that makes me really happy and really proud. I also wanted to say that this project, because this year we decided that we couldn't do an actual play, so we said we got to come up with some type of review. And of course, the passing of Mr. Sondheim brought me to the idea that we could do this thing, that there would be a great learning experience for the kids, because he is just this historical icon in our society. And the music is incredible, so we can learn and share all this great music. So what I will tell you is, for 5th through 8th graders, because I teach on all these levels through college, this is complicated stuff that they commanded tonight. You're about to see them command some very, very hard and complicated music, and I'm really proud of them for how they've executed this, and you're about to see that. One of the things I wanted to talk about real quick was the staff that Catherine has given me for this production, because they are just marvelous, and I just wanted to take a moment to talk about them, because they're your teachers and the faculty here. Our musical director, Mrs. Chen over there, I can tell you she is a marvelous vocal teacher. She's an incredible player. She's so patient, and she's just an amazing teacher, and I love watching her work and do what she does, and I want to congratulate her on a magnificent job on this project. She's been incredible. And to her right, Mr. Gross, Dan, who also works at the school. And I found out, I'm going to brag about him a little bit. Did you guys know that he plays Chicago on Broadway sometimes? You didn't know that, or you did? Huh? He's like an orchestra unto himself, I must tell you. And let me tell you something. If you're playing Chicago on Broadway, you are the goods. That's all I got to say about that. I can assure you, because I know some of those musicians that play Broadway. So thank you so much, Dan, for doing this for us. He made such a difference. So that's really great. To my left, I want to say Miss Fragiola. Where is she? Because she's going to stick her head out. She did all the artwork, which you're about to see, because it's hidden. So I wanted to thank her. And also Miss Beja. Jess, come on out. There she is. I'm going to say about Miss Beja. Now, she started at my theater. We have a theater called the Cultural Arts Playhouse. There's 2 of them, Syosset and America. It's a shameless plug I'm doing right now. But Miss Beja started when she was this big at CAP, and she now is this big, and she was, as a senior, she was still performing and doing leads and all types of things at the theater. And she is an amazing singer and so organized and has really been the glue to keeping this project alive. So I really want to thank her for everything she's done to help make this so successful. And then last, my assistant who works for me at the theater, Samantha, our prop master, assistant director. Where is she?
I'm over here.
Oh, there she is. She's done a marvelous job. So the team has been really great, and I'm really proud of them. Are we ready? Yeah? I think you're in for a wonderful, wonderful treat tonight. I'm so pleased to have been a part of it. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy A Night with Sondheim.
Playgoers, I bid you welcome. The theater is a temple, and we are here to worship the gods of comedy and tragedy. Tonight, I am pleased to announce a comedy. We shall employ every device we know in our desire to divert you.
Why are koalas considered bears? Because they don't have the right qualification.
Why can't Vale get married?
Because they cantaloupe. I couldn't figure out why the baseball was getting bigger. Then it hit me.
How do you count cows? With a calculator.
Why did the teacher need to put on her sunglasses? Because her students were too bright.
What did the shark say when he ate the clownfish? It tastes a little funny.
How did the dog stop the video? It pressed the pause button. Insert funny joke.
What did one ocean say to the other? Nothing, they just waved.
Why do we tell actors to break a leg? Because every play has a cast.
Have you ever tried to eat a clock? It's time consuming.
Why'd the golfer bring 2 pairs of pants? In case he got a hole in one.
We Good evening. We are thrilled to have you here tonight as we commemorate the passing of one of America's true legends and pioneers. It has been an absolute pleasure to work on these songs, and we are better as the result of it.
Stephen Joshua Sondheim, March 22nd, 1930 to November 26, 2021, was an American composer and lyricist, among the most important figures in the 20th century musical theater. Sondheim was praised for having reinvented the American musical with shows that tackled unexpected themes that ranged far beyond the genre's traditional subjects, with music and lyrics of unexpected complexity and sophistication.
The opening number, aptly named A Comedy Tonight, is from the show A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum.
Forum opened on Broadway on May 8, 1962 at the Alvin Theater and then transferred to the Mark Hillinger Theater and Majestic Theater, where the show closed on August 29, 1964 after 964 performances and 8 previews.
The show won several Tony Awards, including Best Musical, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Book, and Best Director. The score, Sondheim's first Broadway production, virtually wrote both music and lyrics, did not earn a nomination.
Sondheim started his theater career by writing lyrics for West Side Story 1957 and Gypsy 1959 before becoming a composer and a lyricist. Sondheim's best-known works include A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum 1962, Company 1970, Follies 1971, A Little Night Music 1973, Sweeney Todd the Demon Barber of Fleet Street 1979, Sunday in the Park with George 1984, and Into the Woods 1987.
Into the Woods is a musical with music and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim and a book by James Lapine. The musical intertwines the plots of several Brothers Grimm fairy tales, exploring the consequences of the characters' wishes and quests. The main characters are taken from Little Red Riding Hood, Jack and the Beanstalk, Rapunzel, and Cinderella, as well as several others. The musical is tied together by a story involving a childless baker and his wife, and their quest to begin a family, their interaction with the witch who has placed a curse on them, and their interaction with other storybook characters during their journey.
Once upon a time, I wish in a far off kingdom, more than anything, that the young maiden, more than like a second lad, more than jewels, I wish the childless baker, more than money, I wish with his wife, more than anything, more than the moon, I wish the king is giving a festival, more than that, I wish to go to the festival, more than riches, and the poor, I wish the cow would give us some milk, more than anything, I wish we had a child.
To go to the festival?
The poor good mother had died.
You, Cinderella, the festival, the king's festival.
And her father had taken for his new wife a woman with 2 daughters of her own, all 3 beautiful, faithful, vile, and black of heart. I wish it's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please, to bring my poor old home to granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please. Thank you. Into the
dancing. We must be gone.
Good night, Father. I wish.
What I found from a hunting jacket.
6 weeks.
With winter's days.
I'll take it with us.
No, you were not to call my dad a spider. Now, what am I to return with?
You don't remember? The cow was white as milk, the king was red as blood, the lamb as yellow as corn, the silver as enormous gold.
That arrow to the baker loyally set off to make things right. The ham as yellow as corn, the silver as pure as gold. As for Cinderella,
I still wish to go to the festival. But how am I ever to get to the festival? I know I'll visit Father's grave, the grave at the hazel tree, and tell her I just want to go to the King's festival.
The woods and drought, the grass, the choices made, the task is set. To the woods, I'm not forgetting why I'm on the journey. To the woods to get my wish, I don't care how the time is down. The woods to sell the cow, the woods to get the money, the woods to lift the spell, to make the rush, to go to the festival, to the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house. The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. No need to be afraid, there's something in the glade. Into the woods to get the thing that makes you worth the journey. Into the woods to see the king, to sell the cow, to make the bush you see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to live, to go to the festival. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods. And all before dark. There are giants in the sky.
There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you're way up high and you look below at the world you left and the things you know, little more than a glance is enough to show you just how small you are. When you're way up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you ever known, when the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you never dare, 'cause you don't care when suddenly there's big, tall, terrible giants at the door. A big, tall, terrible giant with her terrible roar. So you steal some gold and away you go, and you scramble down to the world below, and you're back again, only different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. They're big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky. Mother said, straight ahead, not to delay or be misled. I should have heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. And
And he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore. They were off my path, so I never had dared. I had been so careful, I never had cared. And he made me feel excited, well, excited and scared. When he said, come in with that sickening grin, how could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bare, though I really got scared, well, excited and scared. But he drew me close and he swallowed me down, down a dark, slimy path where lie secrets that I never want to know. And when everything familiar seemed to disappear forever, at the end of the path was Granny once again. So we laid in the dark till you came and set us free. You brought us to the light, and we're back at the start. Now I know things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Do not put your faith in a cape and a hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers. Even flowers have their dangers. And though scary is exciting, nice is different than good. Now I know, don't be scared. Granny is right, just be prepared. Isn't it nice to know a lot? And a little bit not.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares, knowing this time I'd run from him. He's read pitch on the stairs. I was caught unawares, and I thought, well, he cares. This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while you're standing here stuck on the steps of the palace. You think, what do you want? Have to make a decision. Why not stay and be caught? You think, well, that's a thought. What would be his response? But then what if he knew who you were when you know that you're not what he thinks that he wants? And then what if you are what a prince would envision? Although how can you know who you are? Do you know what you want, what you don't? So then which do you pick when you're safe out of sight at yourself, but where everything's wrong? Or where everything's right and you'll know that you'll never belong? And whichever you pick, do it quick, 'cause you're starting to stick to the steps of the palace. It's your first big decision. The choice isn't easy to make. To arrive at a ball is exciting, and don't want you there, though it's scary. And it's fun to deceive when you know you can leave, but you have to be wary. There's a lot that's at stake, but you've stalled long enough, 'cause you're still standing stuck in the stuff on the steps. Better run along home and avoid the collision. Even though they don't care, you'll be better off where there is nothing to choose, so there's nothing to lose. So you pry up your shoes, and from out of the blue, and without any guide, I know what my decision is, which is not to decide. You'll just leave him a clue. For example, a shoe. And then see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who is stuck with a shoe in a stew, in the goo. And you've learned something too, something you never knew. On the steps of the palace.
Gypsy, a musical fable, is a 1959 musical with music by Julie Stein, lyrics by Stephen Sondheim, and a book by Arthur Lawrence. Gypsy is loosely based on the 1957 memoirs of Gypsy Rose Lee and focuses on her mother Rose, whose name has become synonymous with the ultimate show business mother.
The musical contains many songs that became popular standards, including Everything's Coming Up Roses, Together Wherever We Go, Small World, You Gotta Get a Gimmick, Let Me Entertain You, All I Need Is the Girl, and Rose's Turn.
It is frequently considered one of the crowning achievements of the mid-20th century conventional musical theater art form, often called the book musical. Gypsy has been referred to as the greatest American musical by numerous critics and writers.
Wherever we go, whatever we do, we're gonna go through it together. We may not go far, but sure as a star. Wherever we are, it's together. Wherever
great. Gonna have the whole world on a plate. Starting here, starting now. Honey, everything's coming up roses. Clear the decks, clear the tracks. You got nothing to do but relax. Blow a kiss, take a bow. Honey, everything's coming up roses. Now's our inning. Stand the world on its ear. Set it spinning. That'll be just the beginning. Curtain up, light the lights. We got nothing to hit but the heights. You'll be swell, you'll be great. I can tell, just you wait. That lucky star I talk about is due. Honey, everything's coming up roses for me and for you.
Extra, extra, hey look at the headlines. Historical news is being made. Extra, extra, they're drawing a red line around the biggest scoop of the decade. A barrel chart, a fabulous thrill, the greatest little headline in all of
Presenting in person that 3'3" bundle of dynamite, Baby Joe.
So let's be entertained. Let's me make you smile. Let me do a few tricks, some rolls and then some new tricks, some very versatile. And if you're real good, I'll make you feel good. I want your spirits to climb. Just let me entertain you, and we'll have a real good time. Yes, we'll have a real good
Anyone Can Whistle is a musical with music and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim and a book by Arthur Lawrence. Following a tryout period in Philadelphia, Anyone opened at the Majestic Theater on Broadway on April 4th, 1964. The show received widely varied reviews and closed after a run of 12 previews and 9 performances. However, its score has become acclaimed as a part of Sondheim's canon, and songs such as the title tune Anyone Can Whistle have received critical acclaim.
Anyone can whistle, that's what they say. Easy. Anyone can whistle any old day. Easy. It's all so simple. Relax, let go, let fly. So someone tell me why can't I can dance a tango, I can slay a dragon any old week. Easy. What's hard is simple. What's natural comes hard. Maybe you could show me how to let go. Lower my guard. Learn to be free. Maybe if you whistle for me.
Company is a musical comedy with music and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim and book by George Firth. The original 1970 production was nominated for a record-setting 14 Tony Awards, winning 6. Company lacks a linear plot, but instead depicting a story in the mind of the central character, a concept musical composed of short vignettes, presented in no particular chronological order, linked by a 35th birthday. Company was among the first book musicals to deal with contemporary dating, marriage, and divorce. As Sondheim explained, Broadway theater has been for many years supported by upper middle class people with upper middle class problems. These people really want to escape the world when they go to the theater, and then here we are with Company talking about how we're going to bring it right back in their faces.
Some come to work, some to play, a city of strangers. Some come to stare, some to stay, and every day the ones who stay can find each other in the crowded streets and the guarded parks, by the rusty fountains and the dusty trees with the battered barks. And they walk together past the postered walls with the crude remarks. And they meet at parties through the friends of friends who they never know. Did you get my message? Wait. Did you get my message? 'Cause I looked in vain. Can we see each other Tuesday if it doesn't rain? Look, I'll call you in the morning or my service will explain. And another 100 people just got off of the train. And another 100 people just got off of the train. And another 100 people just got off of the train. And another 100 people just got off of the train. Another 100 people just got off of the train.
Premiered on Broadway in 1981. However, the show was not the success that previous Sondheim and Hall Prince collaborations had been. It closed after a run of 16 performances and 52 previews.
However, in the years since, the show has been extensively rewritten and has enjoyed several notable productions. It tells a story of three friends and how their lives and friendship change over 20 years. It focuses particularly on Franklin Shepard, a once talented composer of musicals, who over those 20 years abandons his friends and songwriting career to become a producer of Hollywood fame.
'cause like us aren't few.
The Broadway production of Follies opened on April 4th, 1971, directed by Harold Prince and Michael Bennett, with choreography by Bennett. The musical was nominated for 11 Tony Awards and won 7. The song Broadway Baby was one of the most popular songs from the show.
I'm just a Broadway baby, walking off my tired feet. I'm in 42nd Street to be in a show. Broadway baby, learning how to sing and dance, waiting for that one big chance to be in a show. I'd like to be on some marquee, all twinkling lights, a spark to pierce the dark, from Battery Park to Washington Heights. Someday, maybe, all my dreams will be repaid. Heck, I'd even play the maid to be in a show. Say, Mr. Producer, I'm talking to you, sir. I don't need a lot, only what I got, plus a tube of grease paint and a follow spot. I'm a Broadway baby, staying at a working for a nice man like you, Ziegfeld or Weissman in a great big
Listen to this review of West Side Story when it first opened on Broadway. The American theater took a venturesome forward step when the firm of Griffith and Prince presented West Side Story at the Winter Garden. This is a bold new kind of musical theater, the Jukebox Manhattan Opera. It is, to me, extraordinarily exciting. The manner of telling the story is a provocative and artful blend of music, dance, and plot, and the music and the dancing are superb. In the score, there's the drive, the bounce, the restlessness, and the sweetness of our town. It takes up the American musical idiom where it was left when George Gershwin died. It is fascinatingly tricky and melodically beguiling, and it marks the progression of an admirable composer.
The original 1957 Broadway production, directed and choreographed by Robbins, marked Sondheim's Broadway debut. He wrote the lyrics while Leonard Bernstein wrote the music. It ran for 732 performances before going on tour. The production was nominated for 6 Tony Awards, including Best Musical in 1958, winning 2.
Let's go find Tony. Who needs Tony? Against the Sharks, we need every man we got. You don't belong anymore. Cut it, action boy. I and Tony started the gym. He hasn't been with us for over a month. What about the day? What about the day we called the airlines? Which we couldn't have done without Tony. He said my wasn't there. He said he's right. He's always looked different, and he will now. When you're a jet, all the way from your first cigarette to your last 90 days. You're a jet, let them do what they can. You've got brothers around, you're a family man. You never alone, you're never disconnected. You're home with your own, company's expected. Then you are sent with the capital J, which you'll never forget till they cart you away. You're a jet, you stay a jet. I know Tony like I know me. I guarantee you can count on it. In and out, let's get cracking. Where you gonna find Bernardo? At the dance tonight, at the gym. But the gym's neutral territory. I'm gonna make nice there. I'm only gonna challenge him. Break daddy up. So everybody dressed up sweet and sharp. Meet Tony and me at the 10 and walked up. We always walk up. We're jets. Race. When you're a jet, you're the top cat in town. You're the most metal kid with the heavy quick mouth. When you're a jet, you're the swingin'est thing. Little boy, you're a man. Little man, you're a kid. Steps are in gear. Our cylinders are ticking. The sharks will steer clear. 'Cause every lousy chicken will be stricken. Here come the jets like a bat out of hell. Someone gets in our way now, but don't feel so well. Here come the jets, little girls, step aside. Better roll, look around, better run, better hide. We're drawing a line, so keep your noses hidden. We're hanging a sign, says visitors forbidden, and we ain't kidding. Here come the jets, yeah, and we're gonna be every last one again on the whole fucking street, on the whole fucking ever loving street. Yeah!
The most beautiful sound I ever heard. Maria, 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 Maria. All the beautiful sounds of the world in a single word. Maria, 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 Maria. Maria, Maria, Maria. I've just met a girl named Maria, and suddenly that name will never be the same. it's almost like praying. Maria, I'll never stop saying, Maria. The most beautiful sound I ever heard, Maria. Could be, who knows? There's something due any day. I will know right away, soon as it shows. They may come cannonballing down from the sky, gleaming inside, bright as a rose. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block, on a beach, under a tree. I got a feeling there's a miracle due, gonna come true, coming to me. Could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming, something good. If I can wait, something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it is gonna be great. Will it be? Yes, it will. Maybe just by holding still, it'll be there. Come on, something, come on in, don't be shy, meet a guy, pull up a chair. The air is humming, and something great is coming. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block, on a beach, maybe tonight, maybe tonight, maybe tonight.
I think this is my last night in blonde.
No, Ross.
Again, the fortune teller told me that a dark lady was coming into his life.
So that's why he's not taking you out after the rumble.
There is not going to be a rumble.
Another fortune teller.
And where's Chino escorting you after the rumble that is not going to be a rumble?
Chino is escorting me nowhere.
She's just dolling up for us. Get us, Miss Kitty.
No, not for you. Can you keep a secret?
I'm hot for secrets.
Tonight is my wedding night.
Poor girl lost her mind.
I am crazy.
She might be at that. She seems somehow different.
I do?
And I think she might be up to something tonight.
I am?
What is wrong with you?
I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and bright. And I pity any girl who isn't me tonight. I feel charming, oh so charming. It's alarming how charming I feel. And so pretty that I hardly can believe I'm real. See that pretty girl in the mirror there? Who can that attractive girl be? Such a pretty face, such a pretty dress, such a pretty smile, such a pretty mood. I feel stunning and entrancing, feel like running and dancing for joy. For I'm loved by a pretty, wonderful boy. Have you met my good friend Maria, the craziest girl
some rare disease, or too much to eat, or maybe it's fleas. Keep away from her, Sembrino. This is not the Maria we know. Modern step pure, oh like Annabelle. Oh, bred in the truth, and out of her mind. Miss America! Speech! I feel pretty, oh so pretty, that the city should give me its key. A committee should be organized to honor me. La 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 la. I feel dizzy, I feel sunny, I feel busy and funny and fine and so pretty. Miss America could just resign. La 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 la. See the pretty girl in the mirror there. What mirror? Where can that attractive girl be? Which one? Where? Such a pretty face, such a pretty dress, such a pretty smile, such a pretty voice. Such a pretty me. I feel stunning. I feel stunning. And entrancing. And entrancing. Like running and dancing and dancing for joy, for love. My pretty, wonderful world.
As we begin to wrap up our time together, we bring you back to Into the Woods to share its closing number, Children Will Listen.
Sondheim's prolific career in stage and film, he received an Academy Award, 8 Tony Awards, and 8 Grammy Awards. He also received the Pulitzer Prize for Drama for Sunday in the Park with George, 1985, shared with James Lapine, and was honored with the Kennedy Center Honors Lifetime Achievement 1993. This is just a small list of the accolades and accomplishments of this great American composer.
After he was mentored by Oscar Hammerstein II, Sondheim returned the favor, saying that he loved passing on what Oscar passed on to him. Sondheim mentored a fledgling Jonathan Larson, attending Larson's workshop for Superbia, a musical loosely based on 1984. In the recent screen adaptation of Larson's musical Tick, Tick, Boom, a phone message is played in which Sondheim apologizes for leaving early, says he wants to meet him, and is impressed with his work.
After Larson's death, Sondheim called him one of the few composers attempting to blend contemporary pop music with theater music, which doesn't work very well. He was on his way to finding a real synthesis. A good deal of pop music has interesting lyrics, but they are not theater lyrics. A musical theater composer must have a sense of what is theatrical and how you must tell a story as opposed to writing a song. Jonathan understood that instinctively.
We appreciate Sondheim's desire to mentor the youth and pass the torch forward as we look forward to taking that torch and making a difference in our futures. We are grateful for the opportunity to have learned about this great American legend at this wonderful school where we are also mentored by great teachers and instructors. We would like to close this performance with a song by Jonathan Larson, who benefited from the greatness and mentorship of Stephen Sondheim.
and have a vacation with, remembering how much we love our students and our school and all of you for supporting everybody. So thank you and have a great break.